You know what's funny? Every single person who sees this painting does the same thing. They start to smile before they even realize it's happening. And there's something about this little face that just bypasses all of our adult complexities and worries and stresses and goes straight to that place where our joy lives. Those bright, curious eyes, that sweet expression, it's like instant permission for you to remember what it was like to be delighted by the world. I call this piece Babe, and she's been teaching me about something I didn't even realize I had forgotten. That power of innocent wonder. Growing up on our farm in southern Alberta, I would spend countless hours with my dad and all of his beloved animals, and his endless knowledge about them always amazed me. He would remind me of how incredibly intelligent pigs were, for example, and that puzzled me. And when I asked that, how can you tell that they're intelligent? Without hesitation, he responded, because of this pure contentment they seem to have. Happiness doesn't have to be complicated. They remind us of that. And I remember watching them explore everything with such curiosity. There was no self-consciousness, no worry about whether they were doing it right or what anybody thought of them. Just pure presence and natural joy and discovery. And after 40 years in the corporate world where everything had to be measured, optimized, perfected, fit within the budget, I found myself craving that simplicity, that ability to be completely present in the moment without an agenda. Then I remembered that movie Babe. Remember that movie? That beautiful story about a little pig who believed in himself, not because he was perfect, but because he approached every challenge with courage and curiosity instead of fear. When I started painting this piece, I wanted to capture that exact energy. Those brush strokes, I made them bold, textured, and when I painted them, it was completely unapologetic, just like Babe. And I painted in this impressionistic style because I wanted you to feel that unbridled joy, not just see it. Every layer of paint was like adding another layer of contentment to the piece, another reminder that happiness doesn't have to be complicated, like my dad said. And everything magical happened as I painted. With each brushstroke, I felt myself relaxing back into that childlike state of wonder, that place where creating isn't just about the outcome, it's about the pure joy of exploration, not even know where you might end up. Here's what Babe has been whispering to me every morning when I walk into the studio and see her. What if you gave yourself permission to approach your dreams today the way I approach everything, with wonder instead of worry? We spend so much time trying to get everything right that we forget how good it feels to simply play, to experiment, to be curious about what might emerge instead of what should emerge, when we trust the process instead of trying to control it. This little painting is only 12 by 12 inches, but she carries such big medicine. She reminds me that joy is not something we have to earn or achieve. It's something we can simply choose to notice in the moment. So as you go through your week, I'd like you to think about your own Babe moments, these little pockets of uncomplicated joy that are always available there for you if we remember to just look for them. Because here's what I'm learning. Sometimes the most profound transformation happens when we stop trying so hard. And this is coming from a perfectionist, okay? And start remembering how to be delighted by the simple magic that's around us every day. What innocent joy have you been putting on hold? You never know. Maybe it's time to let it back in. Happiness does not have to be complicated. All right, bye everybody. See you soon. For more stories and inspiration, originals and prints, go to sjborasfineart.com.